What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be doing a 3-in-1, and as you guys can see, we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Eternals. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, starting off with the sexy packaging, as you can see, all of them are themed by the color of the character. You have the green on this one, the blue on this one, and the purple on this one. And my, that purple just looks amazing. We have some image of them right here, are images. They're kind of like silhouettes, and I think that they look really cool. Then, of course, at the bottom, it says Eternals, Marvel Studio, Tamashii Nations, quality sticker of approval. At the top, you just have their names. You have Kingo right here. You have Ikaris right here. And then you have Sersi, I guess, right here. At the bottom, you just have whatever these logos and numbers and all that stuff. On the side, you do have some images of them. And then, of course, on this side, you have some more images, full body this time. And then on the back, you do have some poses you can get the figures into, as well as all of the legal stuff. But no one cares about that. Let's go ahead and bust these figures out and see what they're all about. Because, man, having these in hand, I'm a lot more excited than I was when I pre-ordered these. All right, look. Hey, yo. Ooh, man. Straight out of the package. Man, oh my goodness. These things look mighty, mighty fine, mate. Mighty, mighty fine. Like, oh, man. These things look dope. I'm being serious. Like, these things look hella dope. I'm loving these designs. I think I saw the trailer for Eternals. I don't know. It was probably so forgetful. I don't know. But nothing about this movie appealed to me. But looking at these designs now, I'm just like, yo, man, these dudes look like some, I don't know, man, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2.0 on some Galactic Destroyer type. I don't know, man. I'm just talking now. But let's go ahead and take a look. I might forget these people's name. I'm not even going to lie. So I might just call them numbers. So if you hear me say 1, 2, or 3, just know that I'm talking about 1, 2, or 3. Speaking of which, go ahead and comment your favorite one out of the 3. Just like out of the way they look. Who's your favorite? 1, 2, or 3? Anyway, let's talk about numero 1. All right. Clearly, this guy's the main character. And let me focus. I got to be honest. I don't remember the trailer, so I can't say whether or not the accuracy is there in terms of these head sculpts, but I can say that this looks really freaking good, man. He's got the 5 o'clock shadow you can see in his face. He's got the blue eyes. He's got some wrinkles in there. The hair looks really nice as well. My focus is like all over the place, and I don't know why. I'm going to try to make it stick. There we go. I set it to lock. But, yeah, even the costume, man. Oh, my. This blue and gold and, like, multiple different color blues. I don't even like blue. Like, my favorite color is red. But just this blue and gold is just so appealing to the eye. And it carries over to the back, as you can see, like, all these gold lines. This thing is painted so damn good. Then you've got the black right here at the trim. Like, you see them in all these different areas. This looks so good, man. I'm at a loss for words because, like, I don't remember the last time I picked up a figure I don't really know anything about. But just the look of it really just got me. Because I saw the photos and the photos look cool. But having these in hand, man. I will say if I had one gripe, and it's not necessarily a gripe, but I wish they would have made the hands a little bit more matte because the face on him is like super matte, as you can see, but the hands kind of have a gloss to them. So it almost looks like this belongs to an anime character and then this belongs to like a real person, but it's not even something super noticeable. It's just something I wanted to point out. But overall, number 1 looks definitely good. Let's go ahead and put him back so we can talk about number 2 or my boy Kingo. I'm not going to forget his name because he's dope. So let's bring up Kingo. So I'm going to start with my gripe on him, and it's actually the same issue I had with Shang-Chi. I don't like that the face is like, they should have matted that a bit more, because if you look at him and then you look at number 1, you can see his face has a bit of a shine to it. Now, of course, you can hit it with a matte finish and fix that, but this dude looks dope, man. Other than that, like, this guy, I don't know, apparently he is don't quote me on this, like the first Indian actor in the MCU. I don't know, but he looks dope, man. And this freaking purple, yo, I don't even like the color purple, but it just looks so magnificent on him. And this outfit, yo, like, this is something I would want to rock if I was in the MCU, yo. This is just so dope. Once again, you have the golds, the grays, the blacks. You have where it kind of transitions from a lighter purple to a darker purple. This guy just looks so nice, man. Honestly, in terms of looks, I don't know. He's probably my favorite out of them. This guy just looks so sick. I really want to just take the hands off this guy and take the head sculpt off and put my own custom head sculpt on there. I'd love to do that. But yeah, this dude looks sick. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. Let's go ahead and get into number 3. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Sersi, she looks pretty dope as well, but the only problem is I just don't really care for the color green that much. Even though Green Bay Packers is my favorite football team, I don't like the color green, though. I like the team. But yeah, she looks cool. Honestly, I feel like her costume would have been dope if it was like pink or something. But that's probably me thinking Power Rangers, so I need to stop that. I do have one issue on mine. I don't know how this happened. Let me see. Yeah, it's an issue on mine where it's like black right here, and they didn't paint it all the way up. I don't know how they missed that, but yeah, and it's not fixable because this is how the faceplate comes off. So yeah, that is one issue, and it's also weird because it's not painted like her hair. This is just like they threw some black on there. So that's kind of whack. But I mean, either way, the greens and the silvers, they don't look too bad. I like how it switches from like a dark green to like a lighter green, and then in some areas you have some yellow added, so it kind of looks like a lime green or almost a yellow itself. But she looks pretty good. Once again, she's my least favorite, mostly because of the color, but I think that she still looks dope. I can't say anything about the head sculpt, once again, in comparison to the movie likeness, but I still think that she looks really good. All of these do, in my opinion. So anyway, let's go ahead and put them back so we can see how tall they stand, because I spent too long on this section. Moving on to the height, we have number 1 currently standing right at about 6 inches to the top of his head. Number 2 stands, actually, he's right at about 6 inches too. They're almost identical height. And then we have number 3, who is a little bit over 5.5, right under 6. So all of them, of course, are 6 in scale, and of course we will be doing some size comparisons with some Marvel figures later on in the video. Moving on to the articulation, starting with number 1. He doesn't really look up much because, as you can see, the hair touches the back of the collar right there, so that's pretty much all you're going to get out of him. His head looks down only about that much. Not much either. Once again, it's hindered by this collar right here, so it is to be expected. He does get tilt and turn, so he can get very expressive. His arms go up and out about that much, so you can definitely get him in some punches poses, no problem. He does have a butterfly joint. His arms come in this much. I don't know if he flies, but if you want to get him in some flight poses, you probably could. There is a built-in swivel right there. He has double jointed elbows. I got worried for a second. I thought that was single. But yeah, he does have double jointed elbows. His hands are on a ball peg. A different kind of ball peg, actually. It's a little bit smaller, but I like this because it doesn't feel like something that is fragile. So I'm cool with that. Very, very cool with that. He does have an effective diaphragm joint. He does have a waist swivel. At first, I thought this was one piece, but it's actually 2 pieces. So that works very well. As far as the legs, they're on the drop down method, so you can pull them up, pull them down. He kicks up about that much, so he can give an enemy the boot. I'm not sure if he kicks, but yeah, you can do it. He does have a built-in thigh swivel. He can do the splits about that much. Doesn't really kick back very much. He has double jointed knees. Foot goes up, I hit the camera, but his foot goes down about that much, up about that much. He does get ankle rocker, and he does have a toe hinge. So articulation on this guy, perfect. I have nothing to complain about. I wish that his head got a little bit more range, but it's to be expected with that collar. That's for accuracy. Next up, we have King Kingo. He looks up a little bit better. As you can see, that collar doesn't hinder him as much. He doesn't look down, though. You don't really get any down from him at all. And it's mostly because of the way his jaw is sculpted. Even if you try to tilt his head down, it's going to stop right there at that collar. But he does get tilt, so that's good. His arms go... Ooh, they actually popped out. You know I always leave that on camera. And I keep hitting the camera. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm excited. Anyway, his arms go out about that much, so not up as much as him. But as you can see, it's probably because of the shoulder piece. When I said him, I meant number 1. His arms don't go up as much as number 1. But he can still do punching poses, no problem. And that coming out is not necessarily a problem, but it is to be noted. He can bring his arms in about that much. Let's see if I can get it any further. Almost. So like if you want him holding a weapon, you could totally do that if he comes with holding hands. I don't know. But yeah, he can do punching poses, no problem. His hands are double jointed, or elbows are double jointed. His hands are on the same hinge. Thank you. I really hope that they stick with this. This seems like a great idea. But yeah, anyway, he does have a diaphragm joint. He also has a waist swivel, but on his waist swivel, did I show that? Yeah, here's a diaphragm joint. I think that was off camera. But yeah, here's the diaphragm joint and the waist swivel, so he does turn. But I did want to say that this piece right here is one solid piece, so when you turn him, that part is going to follow, and so you will get that gap in there depending on how you do it. But you might could work it just turning the diaphragm joint depending on how you have him posed. His legs are also on the drop down method, so he can give an enemy the boot, no problem. He can do the splits about that much. He does have a thigh swivel, double jointed knees. Foot goes down, not as much because the back of his foot right here touches his calf, so, or not his calf, but the lower part of his leg. So you don't really get his foot going down much. Doesn't really go up much either. You do get a little bit of ankle rocker. It's kind of limited, but it is there. And then, of course, he does have a toe hinge as well. So his articulation, not as good as number 1's, but it's still effective, and I think you should be able to get him in some pretty good poses. Numero 3, as you guys can see, she doesn't really look up much at all, and obviously the hair, but she does look down. Wow, okay, wasn't expecting that. But yeah, she does look down about that much, so she probably looks down the best. She does get tilt and turn, of course, and don't think that these joints are just popping off. It's really me. Like, I'm just going in and having too much fun. That's all it is. It's really me. But yeah, her arms go out about that much, so she can spin around. Yeah, she does have, y'all can tell how much fun I'm having. But yeah, she does have a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, but it does come all the way in. Her hands are also hopefully on the same peg, please. Oh my God, they went with the skinny one. It still works, but I don't really like the joints that they use for the female figures because sometimes they're extremely fragile, but it is there. She does have a diaphragm joint that probably works the best. She can lean back about that much, forward about that much, and her face came off. But yeah, it does work. She does have, wait, no, she does not have a waist swivel, unfortunately. It's all going to come from the diaphragm joint. That's a little disappointing, but let's see. She kicks forward about that much. She doesn't really kick back at all. She can do the splits. She does have a built. Well, no, she does not. She actually doesn't have a thigh swivel. Okay, whoa. Well, we know where the budget went for these 3. That's kind of lame, but well, whatever. Anyway, she does have double jointed knees. Her foot goes down about that much. It goes up about that much. She does get ankle rocker, probably the best of the 3, actually. Yeah, definitely the best of the 3. And then she does have a toe hinge. So her articulation is a bit lackluster. I hate that she doesn't have a waist swivel. That is acceptable. I mean, you can work with the diaphragm joint, but the no thigh swivel, that's kind of whack, yo. Because that really is going to limit her posing wise. Moving on to the accessories, starting with number 1 on the left. He comes with an alternate head, which is him with, I don't know what this is. I'm just going to make up random names. He has a crown of like gold on, and his eyes are actually gold as well, because this is when he is using his Omega beams. Yeah, nah, I know that's not what they're called. but yeah, either way, don't ruin my fun. But yeah, this is him when he's using Cyclops' blast or whatever you want. And what's cool about it is it does have a peg hole, and it also comes with this stand to where you just can plug it in there and you can have him using it if you want to. He does come with 2 other pair of hands. He comes with a pair of slightly relaxed hands, if that's what you want to call them, and then a pair of kind of spread open, reaching, grabbing hands. And then you do get these 2 pieces that I haven't figured out where they go yet. I'm not sure. You get 2 of these, and you can tell they peg into something. And I haven't figured out where actually, I think I just figured out. They go into his shoulder right here on the back. I don't know how it's supposed to go, but I figured out that's where it's supposed to go. And I will find a picture of it so I can show you guys. But yeah, that is pretty much what you get with him. And I think it's good enough. I do wish he would have came with a pair of holding hands. But yeah, still decent enough. Now moving on to the accessories for number 3, who is right in the middle. She comes with the same kind of face that he comes with, where her eyes are kind of like lit up gold. Basically, she is clearly in attack mode. She comes with a pair of holding hands, and these are for holding these 2 weapons that she comes with. I don't know what these are. This one's kind of like clear, translucent, and then this one is the same, but it looks like it's like wood or something. I have no idea what this is. You guys probably have figured out a long time ago. I don't know anything about the Eternals. But yeah, she comes with this pair of like reaching, grabbing type hands, or this is, I guess, from when she's using her technique based on the back of the box. And then she comes with a pair of just wide open hands. And that's pretty much it. Once again, she is disappointing because like these 2 here, she doesn't come with a pair of fists. So like, what the heck? Lastly, we have my boy King Kingo here, who comes with another head where his eyes are gold and he's using his technique. And then we have the gigantic ball of doom from his technique. I don't know what this is, but it's kind of weird looking, honestly. It's just this gold plastic for the ball. And then, of course, you have this piece right here, which is kind of translucent. It comes with a hole, like you can plug it into something like a stand. But unlike number 1, he doesn't come with a stand. So that's kind of weird. But still, he does come with a magic effect piece. He does have a pair of relaxed hands. And then he has 1 pair of hands, which reminds me why he's my favorite. He comes with a pair of jutsu hands. I don't know what these are called in Marvel, but I'm calling them jutsu hands. And I love him just because he comes with these. So that's pretty much all you get with him. And that's all the accessories for all of them. Let's go ahead and move on to some size comparisons. Moving on to size comparisons, here the Eternals are standing next to an SH Figuarts Avengers Endgame Iron Man Final Battle Edition, and of course the SH Figuarts Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord. Next up, here they are standing next to an SH Figuarts Avengers Endgame Cap vs. Cap Captain America, and of course the man himself, SH Figuarts Nick Fury, and I wonder if he knows about them. The man who knows everything in the MCU, I wonder if he knows about the Eternals and he just hasn't said anything. Here they are standing next to an SH Figuarts Avengers Infinity War Black Panther and an SH Figuarts Shang-Chi. And I cannot wait until these characters meet Shang-Chi. I want to see what the dynamic between them is going to be like. And then lastly, here they are standing next to a Mafex Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man and a Marvel Legends movie Venom. Alright, now being completely honest about these figures, I gotta say, man, for someone who knows nothing about these characters whatsoever, I had a ton of fun reviewing these. Maybe it's the design, I don't know. I am a sucker for dope costumes and characters that look cool in them, especially because you guys know I love anime. But I know anybody that's a fan of the Eternals probably already turned this review off because of how many wrong things I've said. But to keep it a buck, guys, I didn't even know the Eternals existed until this year. I have never heard of the Eternals until they announced the movie. And when they announced it, I was like, Eternals? Who the heck is that? It's not like Fantastic Four or X-Men or something like that. This is literally a group I have never in my life heard of. And these figures were just something new. And so, I mean, hey, that means at least, if nothing else, you got a fair review out of me. I really do enjoy these figures. I think they're cool. The only problem I have is that I feel like these are probably going to be the only ones that we're going to get. Marvel Legends completed the line all in like one wave, and kudos to them for doing that. That's awesome. But I feel like this is all we're going to get from SH Figuarts. I highly doubt they will make any more of the characters unless for some reason these sell out like crazy and then the movie blows up. Maybe, but I really don't see it happening. If you want these three, then by all means, they are definitely cool. But if you want them to scale with SH Figuarts, then obviously this is the way to go. But if you really want to complete the team, then yeah, Marvel Legends are where it's at. But I would say go pick them up now because the movie is going to be coming out in a couple of days. Meaning that just like all Hasbro figures, when the movie releases, that's when they're going to sell out. They won't sell out before the movie releases, but after it releases, everyone that enjoys it decides to go to the store and pick up 1 million of them until they're no longer in stores. So I would say go get them if you want the Legends and you want to complete the team. Now, if you're someone who likes just the 6-inch scale in terms of imports, yeah, these are worth the pickup. I think I paid like $150 for these, and that included shipping, which isn't bad because I imported these from Japan and the shipping itself was like 25 bucks. So really I didn't pay much for these at all. They came out quickly. I think they just announced these 2 months ago and now here we have them in hand and they look great. So I'm satisfied. But anyway, that's my review. I know this is going to be a long one and some people probably don't want to hear me talk for 20-30 minutes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And lastly, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are and bye.